The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. I'm Maricela Kelleton. In this edition, plans to upgrade Misima Hospital, IHU project progressing, and Gogea's 3-time winners. Power Sparkup has resumed duty as the governor of the National Capital District after experiencing a medical emergency in December 2022. In his statement, the governor expressed his gratitude for the support he received during his recovery and thanked everyone who had sent him good wishes. He emphasized that serving the city and its people should be the main focus, and he outlined the top 10 priorities moving forward. The city manager also presented a meaningful lakatoy as a token of appreciation for the governor's safe return and good health. The governor's return to work marks an important event for the people of NCD, as he plays a significant role in managing the city's affairs and working towards a better future. Under the Public Investment Program, the national government has given 4.9 million kina to the Samarai Murua district for impact economic activities that the District Development Authority is undertaking. The funds will be utilized to establish a copper mill on Misima Island in Milimbe Province. The District Development Authority of Samarai Murua has been allocated 4.9 million kina from the national government under the Public Investment Program or PIP. The local member, Isi Henry Leonard, says the funds will be used to purchase building materials and equipment to construct and establish a copper mill at Bogoya Station on Misima Island.
We will be constructing this, what we call white copra dryers, imported from India, because white copra fetches a better price than the small copra. So I want to encourage my people to go into white copra production.
MP Leonard says once the copper mill is established, the District Development Authority will buy directly from the farmers, eliminating the middlemen, meaning more money in the pocket for local farmers to take home.
Now for that matter, I thought that we should bring the market closer to where the farmers are. And that is where a copra mill is important. Not only bring the market closer, but we want to go into downstream processing to value add on the product. So I want to bring in the mill, establish the mill, and the mill will now buy direct from local farmers and no middleman. So the price can now be passed on, the better price, right down to the local farmers.
Meantime, the DDA has wasted no time. They have gone ahead ordering from India 5,000 copper bags for copper farmers to use in the meantime, 500 of which have already been distributed to farmers at...
If you can bag your copra, then you are able to sell it. If you don't bag it, you can't sell it. So that's a requirement. You must have a proper bag. And the Haitian bag is the proper bag. And most of our local farmers can afford it. So I gave them copra bags.
And 10 million kina has been allocated by the national government to the District Development Authority of Samarai Murua for the specific purpose of upgrading the facilities of the Misima Hospital. The local member hopes to restore and upgrade the hospital facilities to cater for the ever-increasing demand for access to quality life-saving health care for the district's people. Local island communities of the district since completion in 1997 is the Misima District Hospital. The vital healthcare facility lacks the essential healthcare workers and the modern facilities needed to operate effectively. Local member for the Samarai Murua district, Isi Henry Leonard, says he plans to change that. The member says with the funding allocated to the district by the national government, the district hopes to build the hospital's capacity to that of level 4. The member says the hospital currently has a theatre, laboratory, labour ward, outpatient and an intensive care unit. What the hospital lacks is doctors and health workers due to a lack of accommodation facilities.
No accommodation. So priority is to build accommodation for the doctors and the health workers. So I will do two things. Build accommodation for the health workers, at the same time procure those very important equipment, the CT scan, the X-ray machine, and the morgue, power, and to maintain the facility.
MP Leonard says once the hospital is brought up to standard, it will serve the entire district and even the entire province of Milimbe.
And once that is done, that will now propel the district hospital standard up to level 4. And that will now cater for people from Rossell, Surest, Woodluck, the surrounding islands of Misima and even Bonabana. And who knows, the entire Milimbe will come there because they don't have any CT scan in Alatau. And the X-ray there is already absolute. They don't have parts. So now they are already outpaced. So we need to do that. I must do that.
The member says he is thankful to the national government for providing the funding needed to propel the DDA's desires into action to upgrade the Misima Hospital. This is TVWAN News. When we return, IHUZA's progress and BBP receives laptops.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager. Bungum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
It's that time again! Scale Rise is giving you the chance to win some Scout School money for 2023. Over 220 winners. 4 fortnightly draws, that's 55 fortnightly winners. Cash prizes starting at 1,000 kina, 2,000 kina, 3,000 kina. They also have consolation prizes of 500 kina. Buy any Scale Rise or Ori Rise to enter the promotion for your chance to win the Scout School money. Terms and conditions apply.
Scale Rise,
the brain changer.
Open bets.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plan alapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Strong like you, smart like me.
I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Welcome back. The Ihu Special Economic Zone, the Pioneer ZES project in the country, is surely getting off the ground with Phase 2 progressing. Land mobilization, environmental impact studies and SME are the key programs set for February and March 2023.
The government sees the Special Economic Zone as a priority area, and the Ihu Special Economic Zone project team is very grateful that a small idea has germinated into a full-scale program for the country. Leading land mobilization is team leader Tony Ovita, who is making sure funding is secured to commence land mobilization under the National Land Mobilization Program. He says locals must be assured that not all land will be taken up for the project.
Specific areas have already been identified. That's under our critical infrastructure development programs. After our awareness program, the local people are now at a very, better position.
The land mobilization project covers land awareness, contractor identification, awarding of contract. Engagements with national and provincial land department is ongoing, and deployment of team is set for next month. Compliance issues are in progress. This aims to achieve a physical planning area declaration for ICE's total land area, with environmental impact survey to start this month. In preparing locals for business opportunities when the project gets started, SME activities are vital. Team leader Michael Okave is taking a leading role in facilitating SME programs across Ihu local level government areas.
For SME, we want to anchor our people in the SME space so that we can be able to get our people through the SME activities so that they are moving forward within the ISEZ project.
SME trainings have been delivered to the 4 LLGs of Kikori district with major focus on Ihu, with 7 major target locations. 76 villages have participated in SME activities. 780 participants have been issued with certificates, and 20 cooperative societies to be formed under the Department of Commerce and Industry arrangement. As the ICES project picks up momentum, critical enablers are being closely looked at to successfully deliver the Pioneer ZES project. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
Bok Bilong Pikini expressed gratitude to Lighthouse International for its generous donation of 48 Lenovo ThinkPad and 17 Dell computers in support of BBP's ECE Digital Learning Program. Councillor Peter Rhyme, who is also the Lighthouse Country Director, and Chris Black, the lead content curation and engineer of NewNet team, handed over the donation to BBP's PRM manager, Nelly Wak Namian. During the visit, the team also stopped by the BBP Koki Library Learning Center, where NewNet CEO and Chief Technical Officer David Valentine read the BBP published reader, "When I Grow Up, I Want to Be an ICT Officer." The reader featured Valentine as a role model. Lighthouse is a non-profit charity that provides digital learning opportunities for children in Papua New Guinea, and NewNet is a startup that aims to address issues around the accessibility, affordability, and relevance of digital learning content in the country. To Australia. Alcohol bans have been reinstated this week across the Northern Territory, turning off all the taps on liquor supplies to remote town camps and communities. But alcohol rehab services in Alice Springs say they're not resourced to care for those wanting to heal from addiction, with facilities overflowing and struggling.
Working on the front lines of alcohol addiction in Alice Springs, Jocelyn Ju knows anyone can turn their life around.
When you look at an individual and you see their stories and why, alcohol or drugs became a problem for them, that's what you need to fix.
The Eastern Aranda woman has seen hundreds of people walk through the doors, seeking a new start.
I've always said to people, it doesn't matter whether you've come to the rehab 2 or 3 times. It's about where you are at in your life and what's happening.
Alice Springs has attracted significant national attention in recent weeks amid an escalating alcohol-fuelled crime crisis. But peak bodies claim the local alcohol and drug sector, which is working on the front lines, has been consistently neglected.
Some of the things we're seeing now could have been at least mitigated or reduced by having more investment and more resourcing and capacity in the drug and alcohol sector.
Advocates say a lack of investment from all levels of government has made it difficult to attract and retain staff, and seen facilities fall into disrepair. One centre has had to stop accepting clients at its rehab facility because of a bedbug and cockroach infestation, leaving 20 people waiting for the program.
I wouldn't want to necessarily send my family member there, so why should I expect other people to do that? And then when we act like that, then are we telling people they're not worth it?
The centre's Sobering Up shelter has also seen soaring demand and is calling for an expansion.
For the first half of January, this is we had to refuse 60 people, and that was due to not enough space in the shelter.
Local drug and alcohol services are waiting to see if they'll receive a share of $250 million in federal funding, promised to improve the region. There's concerns without proper resourcing, more people could fall through the cracks. Frontline services say change can't come soon enough.
And that ends the news segment. Taking us to break now is the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Strong like you, smart like me.
I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
We see you, moving heaven and earth to progress forward. That is why we make sure that the reward you deserve is waiting to encourage you on your journey to success.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager. Bungum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
Thanks for staying with us. In sports, the biggest ever FIFA Women's World Cup Trophy Tour will embark on a game-changing global journey this month, stoking excitement across the planet ahead of the FIFA Women's World Cup Australia and New Zealand 2023. The tour will take the iconic trophy to all 32 of the tournament's participating nations, more countries than ever before.
The FIFA Women's World Cup Trophy Tour is set to visit all 32 of the tournament's participating nations, more countries than ever before, and will inspire people of all ages by going forward to celebrate the rocketing popularity of the women's game. At the heart of this mission will be a unique opportunity for members of the public to get creative and showcase their footballing ability to a global audience. The trophy will crisscross the globe by visiting Asia, Africa, South America, North America, and Europe before landing in all 9 Women's World Cup host cities in the final weeks before the start of a tournament on 20th July that promises to go beyond greatness. Key dates on the tour schedule include stops in China PR on 9th to the 11th of March, South Africa on 22nd to 23rd March, Brazil on 29th to 30th March, USA on 10th to the 14th of April, Canada on 19th to the 20th of April, Germany on the 2nd to the 3rd of May, England on 13th to the 14th of May, and France on 20th to the 21st of May. Several countries will also be part of the tour for the first time ever, including Colombia, Costa Rica, Denmark, Morocco, the Philippines, the Republic of Ireland, Switzerland, Vietnam, and Zambia. Carol Kido Jr., TV1 Sports.
Kumul Petroleum PNG Barramundi's men's cricket team flew out of the country yesterday for the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 in the United Arab Emirates. Before their departure, the team enjoyed 2 days of training and great weather at Amini Park with the Cricket Academy side, who have been selected to travel to Suva, Fiji in March. The team will stop over in Brisbane for training before they continue their journey to UAE on February 22. The Barras farewell their families for a long tour away to compete in UAE, then travel to Nepal, while the last leg of the tour will be in Namibia. Their captain is Asaula Vala. The team is under the guidance of coach Mark Coles, assistant coach John Ovia, strength and conditioning coach Otto Rakone, and team manager Jack Vare. Koyari Gogeas, representing Koyari Zone, have successfully defended Scale Rise Central Dabaris Nines Cup after defeating champions of the Goilala Zone, Apete Reds 30-10 in the big grand final decider played at the Bava Park yesterday. Gogea's win was a massive achievement, the Koyari boys holding the title for an unprecedented 3 years in a row since 2021.
Consistency, discipline, and hard work was the main impetus behind Gogea's current run of success over the past 3 tournaments. That was evident across the zone games leading up the top 16 playoff and setting up big decider. Cup winners Koyari Gogeas were presented 10,000 kina, and runners-up Apete Rats walked away with 5,000 kina. The 4th edition of Central Dabaris Rugby League 9's tournament concluded yesterday and was played across the entire Central Province in 13 zones before all the winners converged in Port Moresby for the finals. Tournament director Mickey Kone, on behalf of his executives, thanked all the teams from the respective zones for their participation and the commitment and cooperation throughout the tournament. Kone also thanked major sponsor Goodman Fielder International through their Scale Rise brand for their continued support again this season. The director said after the tournament, a 20-man squad from East and West Central zones was announced for the PRL Pre-Season 9's Challenge in March before they finalize a development team as part of the Central Dabaris Development Pathway Program. It is structured to bring the competition right down to remote to central to allow for more village-based teams to participate rather than just Moresby-based. Carol Kido Jr., TV1 Sports.
To endure sports, Coral Sea Hotels continue to sponsor the Papua New Guinea American Football Federation. General Manager for Coral Sea Hotels, Peter Liger Jensen, stated that Coral Sea Hotels has supported PNG sports through the support of PNG AFF. He added that sports is an important part of community living in PNG, and their representatives bring much prestige and honor to the local communities as well as the country. In addition, President of PNG AFF Timothy Dom Jim thanked Coral Sea Hotels for supporting sports in the country. Rising young Guria prop Koso Badi is making good strides since joining the Hunters pre-season camp late last year. The Jiwaka prodigy had a breakout season with the East New Britain franchise in 2022, making the grand final and was voted prop of the year at the Guria's presentation night.
A man of few words, Hunter's new recruit Koso Badi, who would rather let actions speak louder than words when it comes to facing the media. For the young Jiwaka prop, his journey started when he debuted for his local franchise Wagi Tume between 2019 and 2020. In 2021 and 2022, Koso decided to cross the waters to Eastern Britain, where he joined up with the Gurias alongside fellow Tume teammates Joe Frank and Saki Pita. The move to Gurias turned out to be a blessing in disguise for Koso, voted Gurias Prop of the Year at the club's presentation night, a grand final appearance with Gurias, and, if that was not enough, a call-up to the Hunters' train-on squad was the icing on the cake. But to make the final cut was a real reward for his hard work, commitment and sacrifice. With a minor foot injury picked up from a defensive drill earlier this week, Koso is now doing physio sessions, mainly working on his upper body strength. Though training has been tough, he's taken it as a challenge with the aim to learn and better his game.
Training really hard. Encouragement pushing no training.
On a sad note, Koso, since he lost his dad not long ago, he gets the inspiration from his mom, who is very supportive and proud of his achievements so far. On his role as a young forward, Koso is getting good support and encouragement from the senior boys. In his conclusion, Koso reflects back on his journey then and now.
I started come 2019. Come was 2022 me go out 2021 me go out 2022 me go out Gurias stop and now come
And that wraps up the news tonight. Before we go, remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water. Cough or sneeze into your elbow. And exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.